My name is Vicki Meek, and I'm an artist in Dallas, Texas. I'm originally from Philadelphia, and I first became aware of Betye Saar when I was in graduate school, and that was in the early 70s. And I was introduced to her work by way of a seminar on African American art that I was enrolled in at the University of Wisconsin in Madison. And it was taught by Frida High Tesfa-Georges, who was Frida High at the time, my professor. And we would have these wonderful discussions about contemporary black art and who was doing what. And of course, at that time, we were at the height of the Black Power movement and the Black Arts movement, which was the creative offshoot of the Black Power movement. So we were being introduced to artists who were not too much older than we were in graduate school, but who had been establishing an aesthetic that revolved around blackness and being proud of being black. So at that time, we got introduced to Afro-Cobra, which is out of Chicago. And of course, I was very familiar with the East Coast artists because I grew up in that group of artists. But then we got introduced to the West Coast artists. And that was a new group of artists who I was not familiar with prior to taking this seminar. And it was about at that, a little bit after that time, I graduated in 74, and it was about 76, I think, when I was first introduced to this book, which had Betye Saar in it. And you can see, obviously, it's been used quite a bit. Thank God I, finally got to be friends with Samela, and I was able to get hardback copies of this. But the softback copy was what I had initially, and I poured through this book over and over again, and I would stop at Betty's images and just marvel at what she was exploring, because her work was very different from much of what the other artists were doing during the Black Arts movement, in that she was exploring a lot of topics that were interesting to me because they were mystical and they were very mysterious and they were very original. And that's, I think, one of the things that I have admired about Betye Saar's work over the years, is that she's one of a kind. She's an original. And the work that she's done has explored all kinds of topics, sometimes overtly political, sometimes political by way of being connected to the Black aesthetic, but always something that was very interesting and that you would want to explore more when you looked at the work. And I think when I look at the show that's down at the Nasher right now, that's a perfect example to me of the way in which Betty has navigated this art world with the multiplicity of topics that she's explored while keeping it grounded in blackness. And that is what I think I most admire about Betye Saar's work.